My name is Furaha Bishota. I'm part Kenyan, part Tanzanian. My mom is Kenyan, my dad is Tanzanian. I grew up out of East Africa and I moved back to Kenya in 2016, which is when I decided to start CocoLili. What I wanted was to symbolize something that was really African, and so we came up with a cocoa for chocolate, brown, dark. Chocolate can be all kinds of color. So that is the cocoa, and the cocoa actually represents the more mature aspect of the brand, which is that professional woman or new professional. And then the lily is my daughter's nickname. I'm a mom of 3 kids, 2 boys, a 15 and 8-year-old, and a daughter who's 10. So the lily represents the more youthful, the younger aspect of the brand. I'm not a designer by any account. I've never studied design, so I'm usually very reluctant when people call me a fashion designer. By profession, I'm a chartered accountant, a certified internal auditor, as well as a certified fraud examiner, which is completely far removed from design. And I also hold a master's degree in international development with a focus on health and development. And so I worked for Ernst & Young, KPMG, and very recently for the African Development Bank, where I was there for 17 years before I decided to make the big leap and pursue my passion, which was to start a retail brand. It's been really tough, to be quite honest. I haven't had 8 hours sleep for the last 4 years or so, because when I initially started CocoLili, I was also working full-time. We actually make our own prints, so the prints are unique to our brand. So we have to go through the process of conceptualizing the prints, what it is that we envision for the brand. And we like them to be very Afrocentric, but at the same time very modern. The whole idea is to create clothes with prints and colors that you can comfortably wear anywhere here in Africa as well as abroad. The CocoLili woman is somebody who is ambitious, driven, well articulated, maybe a professional starting out, or either very accomplished, an entrepreneur, but a woman who is, confident about themselves, a woman who is bold, can wear colors, can wear prints. We're trying to move away from, the very bland colors of corporate, which is black, navy, gray, white. Nothing wrong with them, but if you can add a bit of color, jazz up your office wear, why not? We're a very new brand. We started in November of 2016, so we've not had that many collections from which to gauge how well we're doing, but the initial responses have been very positive. We started with the papaya print, and that almost sold out very early on, and then we also had the spear print. And this year we have the lily, we have the matoke, the banana, and some other exciting prints coming up during the course of the year. We've started a scholarship fund. We call it the CocoLili Scholarship Fund. And for me, it's a really important project. It's really basically our corporate social responsibility to give back. I believe that we're so abundantly blessed. I've had a really good life, and I want to be able to say thank you to both God and just the universe for giving me such a wonderful life. And I had the opportunity to get educated really well, which is one of the reasons I'm probably sitting here. And I want to be able to give back and to sponsor children, especially the girl child, people who are perhaps very brilliant but just don't have the means. And there is no hope in sight. So we started this scholarship fund, and 10% of our net sales will go towards educating primarily the girl child who is wishing to pursue studies in STEM subjects, which is science, technology, engineering, mathematics, because I think that these are also areas in society where women, we do not have enough women in sciences and technology. So if we can start pushing them from when they're young, I think will be a great thing. I think I see ourselves expanding beyond Kenya. I'd like to see us at least in each of the East African countries. That to me would be amazing, and particularly, of course, Tanzania. That, as you can see from the name, we're CocoLili Dar es Salaam, and everybody's like, so do you have a store in Dar es Salaam? And I'm like, no, I was trying to embrace both my parents. My mom's from Kenya, we're a made in Kenya brand, but at the same time, I guess all this ingenuity and the ideas is formulated partly by a Tanzanian, my father's side, so trying to combine the two together. So I'd love to see us at least for 2018 open in Dar es Salaam, and eventually Southern Africa. I mean, there are good markets like Angola, Mozambique. South Africa already has quite a number of established local brands, and also looking into West Africa. So yeah, that's the long term.
Lysa, define yourself.